Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Mr. Mahmoud Mansour. Inshallah, we will answer some tests. We will begin with the first test. Let's get started by answering these questions. Number one, I'm going to my brother up from the airport when he arrives. So it will be pick up. I love this sport club because all my favorite sports are here. Facilities. All facilities are here. Uh, when you travel abroad, you might before you get used to the new style of life. Before is a connector, and don't forget that we say struggle. You might struggle before you get used to the new style of life. That means it's hard for you. I'm sorry I can't go to your party. I to the dentist that afternoon. I'm going to. We use going to with evidence and plan. With evidence and plan. So we say I'm going to the dentist that afternoon. Number five, a technician, the air conditioner before we move into the new house. So it will be, we'll have it checked. We'll have it checked. This is future perfect. We use future perfect with, we can say something that will happen in the future in a specific or particular time. And before her is a connector. This is present simple, so we will use future perfect. Number six, by this time next week, I will have finished. I will have finished. We use future perfect, will, have, plus past participle with in and by. I told you that we use future perfect with something that will happen in the future in a particular or specific time. It's a complete. Number seven, the police were on of the car accident in minutes. So it will be the scene. Scene, you know that accident scene. Accident scene. Ali to loud music, it's so annoying. If it is so annoying, that means is always listening. Is always listening. And this is present continuous. We can use some keywords of the present simple and the present continuous to express about complaint. To express about complaint. So it will be is always listening. The Cairo Metro network is now a lot bigger and the work is progress. So it will be expansion from the verb expand. From the verb expand. So it will be expansion. This man is he betrayed his friends. So traitor. He is traitor because he betrayed his friends. Which test by next weekend in and by. So it will be will you have had. Will you have had. In the play I watched yesterday, the hero was for power. He tried to replace the king, hungry for power. That means he wants it. He wants it. He's hungry for power. Power, we can say in Arabic, sulta, quwa, nufuz, power. By the end of the next summer, in and by. In and by. I told you before that if you find in and by, we will use future perfect. But at the end of the sentence, we have who knows. Who knows, so it will be might have discovered. Might have discovered. High-tech systems were used to build this 21st century public transport system. This helps people to travel easier than before. I think the workers that project before the end of the next month. The task is really difficult. If the task is really difficult, so it will be won't have finished because some things that will happen in the future in a specific time, and it's really difficult. So we can't use will, so it will be won't. We know that the negative of will, it will be won't, and shall, it will be shan't. Will, won't, shall, shan't. This digital camera belongs to have, equal, own, equal possess, have, own, possess. We can say this camera belongs to me, belongs to my friend. That means this is my friend's camera, my friend's camera. The next question is the comprehension. After reading the comprehension carefully, we will answer these questions. Let's get started. In the future, we will have the opportunity to travel to the moon. Have the opportunity to travel to the moon. You have to read the question more than a time because you can answer this question easily. Number two, in 1969, headlines that means the titles or the addresses on the newspaper. So it will be was possible. Told us walking on the moon, that mean was possible. What is the problem with the rocket? The problem with the rocket, that means it doesn't exist at that moment. It doesn't exist at that moment. How much will it cost? Yusku, that means a flight. 52 million. 52 million. Let's answer second test. Let's get started. Number one, we need to do our best to the variety of species on our planet. The variety of species of our planet. So it will be preserve. It will be preserve. Preserve the variety. We know that we can say the variety in various. The variety in various. I'm not as lucky as my cousin who got a scholarship. Scholarship. We know the word school. My brother finish school or leave school. That means he has finished his studies to study in the United States. I've an artistic eye and would like to be a photographer because my eyes are artistic or artistic eye. A lot of benefits can arise from voluntary work for people of any age. Number 5, I wish. Wish past. Wish past. If it is present, it will be past. If it is present, it will be past. If it is past, it will be past perfect. It will be past perfect. And the sentence, we say that I can't answer. Do you know what I can't answer? Because I didn't study. So I wish I had studied. I wish I had studied. Why you can't answer these questions? Because I didn't study hard. I didn't study hard. If we will use wish, it will be had studied. Had studied. Number 6. I think pollution in large cities is far. Far that mean a lot. Far. Far worse than. It used to be that mean a lot. Worse than. A lot worse than. Number 7. There is only a small difference. This phone is slightly because small difference. Small difference. So it will be slightly. Slightly that mean bet. Slightly that mean bet. Ashraf was surprised to discover that he had been promoted to a higher position in the company. This is passive. That mean he had been promoted, that mean he talk. Number 9. When I went to do the mechanics, I was pleased to find that my car had been repaired. And this is past perfect in the passive voice. Number 10. My uncle is he collects and tells the news of the newspaper, radio, or TV. So it will be reporter. Number 11. I finally finished reading the novel You Had Lent. This is past perfect. And this is the old action or the first action. And this is second action. I finished what I had lent. Number 12. It's important to know the source. Of each piece of news. News is uncountable noun. If we can say, or you want to make it countable, it will be piece of news. Number 13. Let's complete. Traveling by plane is much more comfortable. We know that comfortable than. We use much more comfortable than. It's task to participate in keeping the environment clean. So it will be challenging. Challenging does that mean difficult. There are a lot of speeches. Speeches that mean kindness. Types, sorts of wild animals in Africa or African forests. Number 16. My father didn't used to go to work by car, but now he does. He does that mean he used to in the past, and we know that used to, if you make, or if you wanted to make it negative, it will be didn't used to. If you want to make it a question, it will be did used to. What did Ali used to do? Used to. So in the question, did used to, in the negative form, it will be didn't use to. After reading the comprehension carefully, we will answer the questions. Question number 1, that mean I mean 17. According to the passage, many teenagers around the world have tried to encourage environmental change. Environmental change. Number 18, the article says you don't need to be in the newspaper to help the environment. You don't need to be in newspaper to help the environment. Number 19, how does the article say teenagers around the world can make difference so they can make small changes home? They can make small changes at home. Inshallah, we will answer test number 3. The 3 tests, they are workbook tests, so they are very important and you have to focus on them, and they are on all the course, not only for April. Number 1, I'm keen on. I'm keen on, that means interested in. Keen on, that means interested in high-tech gadgets. Gadgets that mean tools, but they are small tools. In the future, I love watching science fiction films. Number 2, don't worry, your goal is achievable. Achievable from the verb achieve. And the opposite of achievable, it will be unachievable. Unachievable. There are some good comedies on at the moment. The last one we watched was hilarious. Being rich and famous by the age of 18 is not a very achievable goal for everyone. Number 5, look over there, that is the girl whose mother. After whose we put noun. Whose mother? Whose mother is a company manager. Number 6, my sister can hardly swim. Hardly is a negative meaning, so it will be can she, and this is tag question. Number 7, the market by the sea is a place where. By the sea, that means near the sea. Pi. So we use where because this is a place. Number 8, the horror films was a bit scary. A bit that means little or slightly, bit. Number 9, before traveling to Italy, Salma had been on a quick visit to Spain. This is the first action or the old action in the past, and this is second action by or before traveling, that mean before Salma traveled. Number 10, my brother is for a local newspaper. He likes his work very much. Journalist. He is a journalist. Number 11, young people need encouragement in order to succeed in life. Encouragement is a synonym for reinforcement. Reinforcement from the verb reinforce. Number 12, I didn't know what had happened. Didn't know, this is past. So you will speak about old past. So it will be had happened. This is past perfect. The old past or the first past in the past. My uncle had new vision for rule over the company when he was promoted. Rule over, that means run. He no longer smoked as he used to. No longer smokes, this is past. So it will be used to. He used to. Number 15, biodiversity. The biodiversity is the variety of plant and animal life in the world or particular habitat. Number 16, I will have finished my report by this time next week. This is future perfect. I told you that we use it when we will speak about something that will happen in the future in a specific or particular time in the future. Inshallah, we will answer the comprehension, but you have to read it carefully before answering these questions. Number 17. When we will answer number 17, the film we watch today are different compared to the past. This passage speaks about how was the film in the past and how it is now. So this is a comparison. So it will be letter B are different compared to the past. Number 18, researchers have found two differences related to the camera shots and films. Related to camera shots in films. Number 19, what does the article say is the main reason for the changes? It will be technology offers lots of new and exciting options. Inshallah, see you next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.